name is Campo. I'm the Chief Information Officer for Miami-Dade Expressway Authority, and I've been with the agency for a little over 14 years. My experience and my background goes in computer engineering, computer science, and most recent years in intelligent transportation systems. I'll tell you actually, that's my goal here today. For whatever reason, I'm always the disruptor because I'm actually not going to talk anything about construction and the careers, and most of you came for construction probably, but what I'm here to tell you is to be able to share with you the opportunities and the opportunities that are available besides the traditional transportation opportunities that we know, which is concrete, steel, asphalt, bridges, and all of that. So with that said, I'm going to go back. I'm actually going to take you to the end of the presentation and tell you that the message I want you to take home today, if there's anything, is basically three things, and I'll just phrase it in transportation opportunities through technology. Take that in mind. Keep that in mind. Transportation technology opportunities. And the reason I say that is because I mentioned before that one of the things I've been doing in the most recent years is intelligent transportation systems. And I'll tell you, intelligent transportation systems is nothing more than the application of technology in our traditional transportation network. And at a high level, we basically apply high technology and computer power to our current freeway, traffic, and transit systems. All of these systems together offer a potential opportunity, and that is the opportunity to save lives, the opportunity to make the commuting back and forth from our jobs or anywhere we go in a safer manner. And that's actually one of our main goals in applying technology. What is ITS? Why is it important, and what do these systems actually do? Intelligent transportation systems offers the next major advancements in improving safety, just like I mentioned, convenience, same thing, and productivity of our driving community. So you might think, well, Ivan, how does the whole thing relates to what we're here and why it's important? Well, I'll tell you, technology doesn't happen by itself. So there's a lot of people in the background. There's a lot of opportunities in two main areas. And one is computer engineering and computer science. If you think about those two, along with data analytics, data mining, I see a lot of young people here. Nothing that would be old or less, but there's always opportunities, and it's never too late. So when we put together all the components of ITS, such as cameras on the highway. By the way, this is just a representation of interaction of all those devices, which, by the way, most of those we use today. Who doesn't have? Who actually has a cell phone here today? Probably. Who has one? Who has two? Three? Okay, so you all are familiar with technology. Now, the idea is that using cameras, sensors, high availability fiber optic communications network, which, by the way, it runs parallel pretty much along the expressway systems, not only ours, but also the Florida Department of Transportation. All of those things have to be installed, have to be maintained. And the money is being put in it today, so therefore, it's not going to go away tomorrow. It's only going to grow. And in order for all those systems to interact and be able to provide the ultimate goal, which is actually at the data center or at the transportation management center, where we have operators that are 24/7 monitoring the system. They receive alerts through our sensor systems, monitoring speed, volume, and occupancy. Nothing to do with how many people inside the vehicle, basically just the time that the particular sector of the highway is being occupied, is being used for efficiency and things like that. And all those messages are transmitted automatically, instantaneous, to the Transportation Management Center, where operators either using a camera, if available, which by the way, most of the DOT networks and MDX networks are actually implemented with camera systems. They're able to do that and confirm the incident. They're able to dispatch in coordination with FHP and the law enforcement and the emergency personnel to the area of distress. And so if we put all of that together, you can imagine that in technology, since things happen instantaneous, pretty much like what we call near real time, because if there's some mathematician here, physics is going to tell me that there's no real time, so we use near real time to avoid that conversation. So basically, we're able to save lives by responding to incidents quicker, getting to the incidents faster, being able to then remove the vehicles in the incident out of the highway so that, or to the side so that congestion doesn't continue to increase, which is one of the bigger problems we have, not only in Miami, but in large cities and communities around the country. So, again, I just basically tried to illustrate how all that happened. And how many of you know about Waze or use Waze on your phones for traffic alerts? 511, does anybody knows about 511? Okay, now I'll tell you this one. Does anybody knows about Google? Yeah, so you all know about Google. Well, all of those things that I told you, even Waze, which is basically to provide real-time traffic information through something called gamification, which is using the users to be able to provide information about the traffic conditions, and using as well our real-time or near real-time information on the highways to be able through 511 systems, whether you use an application on your phone, whether it's Android or iOS, which is available, or you make a phone call to 511, you get real-time traffic information. You're actually able to set up your route. I have a route personally in the morning. I know that every morning I take the same, well, I have to do the same thing, get up, go to work, and it's pretty much the same exact time. Same thing when I leave work, have to pick up my kids at school, so it's always pretty much at the same time. So 30 minutes prior, I have alerts to tell me which route I want to take to be able to get on time to my destination. So all of that, and by the way, none of that happens just as a vehicle. With everybody thinks that computer engineers and science is just games, just playing, and yeah, that's easy. No, it's not easy. It takes a lot of people. It takes a lot of resources, and especially in those two areas. So if you're interested on this particular area, if you know someone, your kids, your friends, anyone that is interested in learning how to apply technology in transportation, my second message today is just go to the International Bridge, Tunnel, and Turnpike Association, ibtta.org, and learn more about it. It's a great place. If you're a small business, by the way, I meet on a weekly basis, at least 1 or 2 hours with small businesses, local businesses. Why? Because they don't know about the opportunities in intelligent transportation system. Most of the construction companies here, in all of our projects, we're adding installation of conduits, installation of fiber optic, installation of cameras. And they talk about, it's construction, yeah, it's the first part. But guess what? There's design behind that. And the second organization is Intelligent Transportation Society of America, ITS. You can go at its.org and you can learn more about it, whether you're a business or whether you're an individual looking for opportunities. I can tell you, and I'll take you back to that one. My message is simply, there are a bunch of transportation opportunities through technology. It's not just only plain concrete steel. That's important. I won't win that, but it is also important technology. So thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I'll be around. Thank you.